The Buddha had opinions about your job, and if you're making money in any of these 5 ways, he'd tell you to quit tomorrow. Right livelihood is one of the most ignored parts of Buddhist teaching, probably because it's the most inconvenient one. It's not about sitting peacefully on a cushion. It's about how you pay your rent. And for a lot of people, the honest answer is uncomfortable. I'm going to break down what the Buddha actually said about work and money, why it matters way more than most Buddhist teachers want to admit, and what you're supposed to do if you realize your career might be causing harm. Because unlike meditation or compassion, this teaching has a direct price tag attached to it. Here's the issue. Most of us don't get to choose our jobs based purely on ethics. We've got bills. We've got families. We've got student loans and mortgages and medical costs. The idea of quitting a good-paying job because it might not be perfectly ethical sounds nice in theory, but in practice, it feels impossible. And modern work is complicated. The Buddha lived in a time when jobs were simple. You were a farmer, a merchant, a soldier, a teacher. Today, you might work for a company that does 12 different things, and you're not even sure what half of them are. You're 3 layers removed from the actual product. How are you supposed to know if your job is ethical or not? Plus, almost every job has some gray area. You work in marketing. Is that manipulation or just communication? You work for a bank. Is that supporting the economy or enabling greed? You're a lawyer defending people who might be guilty. Is that justice or helping bad people avoid consequences? The Buddha gave clear rules about work, but he lived 2,500 years ago. He never had to think about whether working for a social media company counts as harmful. He never dealt with the fact that ethical companies pay less and you've got kids to feed. So what are you supposed to do? Quit your job and hope it works out? Ignore the teaching entirely? Justify whatever you're doing because everything is complicated anyway? Let's start with what the Buddha actually said. Right Livelihood is part of the Eightfold Path, which is basically the core instruction manual for Buddhist practice. It sits right between right effort and right mindfulness. It's not optional. It's not a nice bonus if you have time. It's one of the 8 essential things. The Buddha listed 5 specific types of work that are off-limits. These are the jobs he said cause so much harm that you shouldn't do them, period. Here they are. 1. Trading in weapons. This one's pretty clear. Don't make money by selling things designed to kill people. 2. Trading in living beings. In his time, this meant slave trading. Today, it obviously includes human trafficking, but it also extends to anything that treats people as property or exploits them severely. 3. Trading in meat. Now, this one gets complicated because not all Buddhists are vegetarian. Different traditions interpret this differently. Some say it means you can't be a butcher or run a slaughterhouse, but buying meat at a store is fine. Others say the whole industry is included. The point is, making your living directly from killing animals is problematic. 4. Trading in intoxicants. Alcohol, drugs, anything that clouds judgment and causes addiction. So bartending, running a liquor store, selling drugs. The reasoning is that these substances cause suffering and you're profiting from that suffering. 5. Trading in poisons. This meant literal poison in the Buddhist time. Today, you could extend this to anything knowingly toxic or harmful. Some people put cigarettes here. Some include harmful chemicals or weapons-grade substances. Those are the 5 big ones. If your job is directly in one of those categories, the Buddhist answer is pretty straightforward. Find a different job. But here's where it gets tricky. What about everything else? What about the gray areas? The Buddha didn't just give a list of banned jobs and call it a day. He gave a principle. Right livelihood means your work shouldn't cause harm. It shouldn't involve killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, or contributing to people's suffering. That principle is harder to apply than the list, because if you think about it deeply enough, almost every job has some connection to harm. You work at a coffee shop. That coffee was probably picked by underpaid workers in another country. You work in tech. Your company might be using data in sketchy ways. You're a teacher. Your school might have policies that hurt certain students. Does that mean every job is unethical and we should all just give up? No. The Buddhist approach isn't about perfection. It's about intention and degree. There's a difference between directly causing harm and being part of a system that has some harm in it. If you're a weapons manufacturer, you're directly involved. If you work in accounting for a company that has one division that sells weapons, you're more removed. Neither is ideal, but they're not the same thing. The question is, what's the primary purpose of your work? Are you helping people, or are you harming them? Is the harm a side effect that you're trying to minimize, or is it the whole point? A doctor prescribes pain medication. Some patients might abuse it. That's harm. But the primary purpose is healing. The doctor isn't trying to create addicts. That's different from someone who sells opioids knowing people are getting addicted and not caring because it's profitable. Context matters. Intention matters. And your level of power matters. If you're the CEO making decisions, you've got more responsibility than if you're the person answering phones. But here's the part that makes people uncomfortable. You can't just say, "I need money," and use that to justify anything. The Buddha was pretty clear that financial pressure doesn't erase ethical responsibility. You still have to try. I used to work in advertising for a company that sold predatory loans. High interest rates targeting people who were already struggling financially. I told myself it was fine because I was just doing the marketing, not approving the loans. I wasn't the one setting the rates. I was 3 steps removed. But I knew what the product was. I knew it trapped people in debt. And I was making it sound appealing so more people would sign up. I was directly contributing to the harm, even if I wasn't the one collecting the payments. I remember writing an ad that targeted single mothers. I made it sound like this loan would solve their problems. And I went home that night and couldn't sleep because I knew I'd probably just convinced someone to make their life worse. That was the moment I realized I couldn't hide behind just doing my job. I was doing the job. My skills were being used to cause harm. The money I was making came from other people's suffering. I didn't quit the next day. I had rent to pay, but I started looking for other work immediately. It took me 4 months to find something else that paid enough. Those 4 months sucked because I knew I was still part of the problem. But I was actively trying to leave, and that mattered. The new job paid a bit less. I had to adjust my budget, but I could sleep at night, and that turned out to be worth a lot more than the extra money. Right livelihood isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. It's about looking at how you make money and asking if you're okay with where that money comes from. If your job involves directly harming people, selling weapons, exploiting workers, pushing addiction, or trading in suffering, the Buddhist answer is to find different work. That's hard. It might take time. But it's not optional if you're serious about Buddhist practice. If your job is in a gray area, you've got to evaluate it honestly. What's the primary purpose? How much harm is involved? What's your role in it? Can you minimize the harm? Are you actively trying to make things better, or are you just collecting a paycheck and ignoring the rest? And if your job is genuinely helpful, if you're teaching or healing or building things people need or supporting others, then you're probably fine. You don't need to feel guilty about making money. The Buddha never said poverty was the goal. He said not to make money through harm. The hard part is being honest with yourself. It's easy to justify anything if you try hard enough. It's easy to say every job has some problems, so nothing matters. But deep down, you usually know. You know if you're helping or hurting. You know if you'd be proud to explain exactly what you do and how you make money, or if you'd rather avoid that conversation. Right livelihood asks you to pay attention to that feeling. And if the feeling is bad, to do something about it. Your career is a huge part of your life. You spend most of your waking hours working. If that time is spent causing harm, it doesn't matter how much you meditate on the weekends. You can't practice compassion for an hour and then spend 40 hours making the world worse. Buddhism isn't just about your mind. It's about your actions. And your job is one of your biggest actions. So look at what you do. Look at where your money comes from. And ask yourself if you can live with that answer. Comment below if you want further answers. And be a better Buddhist, and be a subscriber to our YouTube channel now.